Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will be manifested through what you say each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 10, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's off 3, gold contract down $8.30, trading at $1,654 an ounce. Silver down 26 cents at $30.67 an ounce. Platinum down 9 at $1,562 an ounce. Copper down 6 pennies at $3.78 a pound. Light sweet crude down 79 cents at $105.37. We're going to get all over that today. Hit the 106 yesterday. We'll see what kind of juice it back down only slightly today. Bonds. Bottom line, these bonds, they just won't back off, folks. Bonds up 25 ticks at 142.28. So the number, of course, that we've been watching, for quite a while is at 144. You're at 130.43 right now. That is basically hanging under that number. It wants to tag the 144. We'll see whether we get the 450 to 500,000 contracts that you need in order to go topside with those bonds. King dollar up 28 ticks, 79.21. What King dollar had done once again last week, rejected those lows last week. Not out of the range yet, however. The King dollar needs a sign of strength, meaning wide price spread, accelerated volume. Euro down 81 ticks at 131.56. The yen is flat at 80.13. That euro's toast, folks. That euro's toast like Spain is toast. Spain today, folks, went just about into the lows of 2009. They've been working their way down there. Bottom line, excuse me, folks. What you do have in Spain, we gotta get the volume behind it. Spain took out the B point of an ABC structure on the way down. Now listen to this. This is pretty sick. In fact, I'll bring this up first because this is over the top, folks. Okay, so you get the IBEX 35. The IBEX 35 today was down 2.5%. Okay, well, what does it do? It takes the B point out of an ABC structure on the way down, and it does it with volume. Right now, you're at 68.31. Now, this is over the top. There's no doubt about it. The A point on this is the highs, which was 16,000. The B point is 6,700. And this is a long-term ABC structure on the way down. Well, the bottom line is that you broke it. Well, no. Okay, we broke this on a daily. Bottom line, it's going to go after the monthly. If you do break it on the monthly, what you'll have is that you'll have a price projection of 29.02. And right now we're at 68.31. Now what I did is this. Now what that would do, folks, is bring it back to the 1995 levels. And if you think that's bizarre, well, you know what? I thought it was kind of bizarre myself because we're in 2012. So what I did is this. I went back inside the IBEX 35. And you know what, folks? There's already equities and there's banks that are already down to the 1995 level. So bottom line, Spain is toast. Now, market-wise, let's take a look at our own market. What do we have out here? S&P. S&P out here today, flat market. It's kind of interesting what we have here. On an intraday basis, you rejected lower price. We went to 13.93. Now, for all you bulls out here, bottom line, now what you have is this. We actually have pressing the highs with what? With lighter volume. We did 756 million today. The bottom line is that the NASDAQ, or the S&Ps and the Dow they're going into 1.6 billion. So now you're at highs with light volume once again. Couldn't make it yesterday. I suspect it's going to try it again, and we'll see if, in fact, they can get the juice underneath it. Dow Industrials, same setup in the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow Industrials is this. Dow Industrials are right at the highs, no volume whatsoever. What happens, folks, in markets is this. How you push with volume will tell whether the force is behind the move. And when you're hanging at highs, if you get a break topside, what you want to be seeing is that when you're hanging under that high, you want to be pushing with volume, so you want demand going up. We're certainly not doing that. All we do, we're at the highs again, and we're at 13,268. Flat market, really. You know, the high out there that it's pushing into is the 13,289, which is 20 points higher, and you have 756 million versus 1.6 billion. NASDAQ composite. We go over to the composite. Now, what the composite has happening is this. Composite out here today, up $9. You did 1.8 billion. Composite needs a lot more than that. Composite's going into the composite going into 1.995 billion, and the composite absolutely needs more than that. Gold contract. What we have with gold out here is this. They're hitting gold again today. Couldn't drive it down though. Bottom line, they hit it. We did 124,000 contracts. We're at 1653. You know, we'll see how it moves into the 16. It rejected the 1646 level, and that was the April 4th high. And if we go back and we look at this texture, what we do have is that April 4th high had some volume, so that's a good indication of what's happening in the actual physical metal. So that came down there. It came down with lighter volume, rejected it. You know. It hasn't been able to basically get through the 1680 mark at all. The actual equities, they still continue to have problems. If you look at the XAU, bottom line, XAU, she can't basically stay in or get in the range, the higher range, versus the 164. She put her head over it 2 days, and that was it. Couldn't handle it. Now, King Dollar. Let's go over to King Dollar and look at King Dollar. We have a King Dollar is this. King Dollar DX, King Dollar finally had a little strength in it. So what King Dollar does is this. Gets to a price point today of 79.40. Had tested 4 times last week the day of strength from the 3rd. You know, we need another follow-through, another day of strength, but King Dollar is on his way right now to 80.38. I suspect it's going to go to 82, and we'll see 89 very well is wide open. You know, when that's on a technical basis. Now, I've talked about King Dollar on a fundamental basis, meaning that I was talking about Germany, and I was talking about how 2 separate times this year, Germany could not sell their bonds. There wasn't enough interest in the bonds, which would, you know, if that ever happened in the United States, it would be news all over the world, like in about 2 seconds flat. Well, bottom line is that my speculation is it's not that people won't lend to Germany. What is going on, folks, is they don't want to lend to Germany in the context of euro. So when they put bonds out, they put them in euros. They don't want them. There's not a demand. Why? Because the euro's going south. The Germany's going to basically, more than likely, I suspect, put out dollar bonds. And they'll be able to sell as many as they can get their hands on. Now, in that context, you know, you hear all the time that, okay, whether it's China, basically is not going to lend to us, have all the debt. Bottom line, folks, is this. The bonds, every bond that China has made, they've made money hand over fist. It's been the biggest bull market ever. Since 1980, bonds have gone up. So every bond they've made, they've got their interest. They're making more in their principal. That's the first part. Second part, factual part now I'm talking, is this. Last month, April, okay, guess what? Asia, what do they do in Asia? Well, you know what? They're floating bonds too. Companies are floating bonds. What do you think they're floating them in? Biggest dollar bonds since records have been kept. Records have only been kept now since 1999. Bottom line, they are pushing out dollar bonds extraordinaire in U.S. dollars. What does that mean? They need dollars to pay the interest. They need dollars to do the deal. And you're going to see this more and more, folks. King Dollar! It's a beautiful thing. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We hit the Dow. Down 10, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's up 3. And they're going to be pushing out, let's see this. So they pushed out $15.5 billion last month. They figure they're going to be pushing out $100 billion in dollar bonds over there. We're going to be right back.
What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on grows. If you're committed to becoming an extraordinary trader and investor, then make mastery your outcome. Yes, My best student, Steve Rhodes, became my best teacher. But even more important is what he's taught me, and the time is now for you to take advantage of his knowledge.
Thanks, Tom. I've learned that it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. I want to teach you the consistency that exists in the stock, futures, forex, and commodity markets day in, day out. For one solid day, Friday, May 18th, I'm going to conduct an online master trader course that'll teach you how to buy and sell the D point. This one pattern alone, with the single best entry and exit techniques, when combined with my money management strategies, will create extraordinary rewards for you and your family. The course will be archived so you can review it as many times as you'd like, and it'll teach you to become a master. All the details are on the homepage at TFNN.com. Sign up today because mastery is one click away. It's your decisions, not your conditions, that determine your destiny.
Wow! Go get him, folks.